Hey everyone, this is Infamous. I know this video is going to be a little bit different than usual, but this is going to be the start of one of my first of two TF2 commentaries I'm going to be doing. Recently, I wanted to talk about the current interesting state that the TF2 hat economy is going through, because once again, we are now seeing another prominent TF2 YouTuber, this time Elmaxo. He has decided that he's going to raise the price of lollichops and use his fan base or following or whatever to enable this. Now, TF2 doesn't really have its own version of the FCC, so this stuff is just going on willy-nilly, and frankly, I find it hilarious. But it reminds me of a story, and this is the topic of conversation for today, because not many of you might know this, but I was a very active TF2 trader a long time ago, and I used to hang out on this server full of people just like Elmaxo, minus the YouTube channel. So Elmaxo, along with Soundsmith, have both in the past, I think it was 3 years ago, Soundsmith decided that he was going to raise the prices of duped shovels and righteous bisons because he can just convince people to like make these transactions and fluctuate the prices. And as funny as that is, it's kind of crazy that like no one's just thought to like take this any farther. But this isn't technically the first time this has happened. Elmaxo's lollichops and Soundsmith's dupe shovels are a part of a long line of people that have just decided to screw with the TF2 economy. This isn't even talking about the vaccinator lady who's been trying to hog all the vaccinators. There used to be a server that I was a part of, and it actually, unlike most trade servers, it was a server for low-level traders. Despite the fact that this server was for low-level traders, it was secretly a safe haven for high-end traders. Traders that wanted to just not be in an area surrounded by other high-priced backpacks. They just wanted a place where they could call home, I guess? I don't know. I wasn't really like asking them any questions. I was just trying to trade low-tier hats for like a 4 scrap profit or whatever. They could just have their way with any trade serving site that they wanted. They would go to scrap.tf and just screw around and mass buy any random item. That was their whole thing. They just wanted to go to a server where none of the other high-end traders could, like, you know, try and scam them or get deals out of them. Just hang out with these guys to either brag about their backpacks or emphasize on, like, how poor I really was at the time. So, I remember one time, there was this one guy, and he just decided to go on scrap.tf, and I think he tried to buy, I think it was all the frying pans, to the point where the bots couldn't purchase any. They had to, you know, scramble just to buy pans so that they could, you know, fill the market up and have them available to be purchased again. And he bought, I think, over 900 pans before he just got bored. And he decided, hey, do any of you want some pans? And of course, you know, my low-priced ass decides, heck yeah, I want a bunch of pans. And I got, I think, 12 pans. I can't remember. I don't even remember if it was pans. That was like the entirety of the server. All they wanted to do was, ha ha ha, look at me. This is how, look at my high-end backpack. Look at all these items that I've traded for. Look upon ye, oh poor boy, little poor boy. How do you feel, poor boy? You got no symphony, you know, that kind of bit. And they were actually, honestly, like, I mocked them, but they were honestly really cool people, because they didn't, like, they didn't have any reason to like be like assholes to us other than to brag, and even then they weren't really much of braggers. They didn't need to brag. You could just look at their loadout and they'd have 3 unusuals, all that could go anywhere between 60 to 500 keys, and just really, you know, strut their stuff without having to say anything. There was another time I remember, I can't remember what the guy's name was. I think it was like Hydra. It was like some sort of monster name. I can't really remember the semantics of it, but he decided to go on. At the time, there was this certain crate that was very rare that you could unbox. I think it was one of the early Gen 1 crates, those crates that go for 9 keys. and he decided that he was just going to buy every single one of them. He bought every single one of them on backpack.tf. I don't remember the general logistics of it. It's been a long time, but it was like crate 4 or whatever, and he said, I'm going to buy all the crates and I'm going to unbox them all. And he got 3 Gen 1 unusuals out of it, and somehow made a profit, which is insane looking back on it, considering how much those old crates go for. Like those old crates, I think they go for anywhere between 4 to 5 keys on a good day. Like, they're crazy. But one thing that's really interesting is that I remember vividly that all of them were furries except for one, and all of them were in IT. Like, I swear to God, if we actually went out of our way to, like, mass murder every furry in the entirety of the United States, we would lose our entire American IT infrastructure. We would have to, like, go back to the Stone Age. It's insane how many furries I've met that are all in IT. Like, maybe they, I know we hear the touch grass joke a lot, but, goddamn, maybe them being inside coding all day with computers and just being in one room the whole time might not be the healthiest thing. The point is that it is kind of crazy how many TF2 players are out there that could just casually just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna screw with the entire TF2 economy. And I think these YouTubers, like Soundsmith and his duped shovels and his strange righteous bisons, and Elmaxo with his lollipop, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's only a matter of time before someone's gonna, really utilize it to their advantage. TF2's got a free market economy. I think the only real government body that we have is, well, fucking Valve. And I think based on the fact that this new update has come out for the first time in 6 years is a testament to how laissez-faire our government, quote unquote, really is. So yeah, I think it's just really interesting that, like, there's just how we're such a free market economy in a sense. Like, we have such a free market economy that people can just casually go to servers and just, congregate and fucking dedicate all their time to just screwing with our massive trading forums. That's I don't know whatever happened to that server. I think that server's just kind of gone down in infamy as, like, the land of unknown elites. All these TF2 traders with backpacks in the top 500 that I've just never heard of ever again. I don't know who they were, because I wasn't thinking about it. I don't care about the names. If I tried adding them, they just, like, look at me like a peasant. I didn't give a crap back then. So I just knew, like, trying to add them was futile, so I never bothered. I just was like, hey, I'm trading this, you're interested? And then they'd overpay the shit out of me just to, like, haha, look how rich I am. I know you're trying to get something out of me, but here you go, I'll take this. I do remember there was another story where this was, I think, not a week after the frying pan incident, where they just mass bought frying pans. They were mass buying a lot of things. They had been mass buying back scratchers, mass buying righteous bisons. I think it was just the standards. I think this was before Soundsmith even did screw with the righteous bison prices. They were just mass buying random items. They wanted to make sure that Scrap.tf did not have a single item for you to get off their market, to the point where, like, the trade bots were demanding them to basically stop you. Hey, maybe you need to relax there, champ. Do you really need all this? But they didn't care, because it's scrap. How much is a scrap now? It's 1/10 of a penny. Like it's nothing. It's chump change. It's nothing. But, like, in TF2 economy, that's actually a scrap can mean something. But anyways, backpack.tf, as many of you know, they have a system that you can vote upon to judge the prices, and it's not really the most logical of ways to assign a price to an item by having one random person show a proof of trade saying, hey, someone bought it for this much, we should vote the price for it. But we're a virtual economy. We're not we're not on Wall Street bets over here, okay? This isn't Drudge Report. But what they were trying to do was they'd recognized how fabricators were for some reason worth, I think, 14 ref, because they would adjust this SCM. For those of you who don't know what SCM is, that's the Steam Community Market pricing. And on the Steam Community Market, there was someone who bought a fabricator for $230, and it screwed up the price index on the Steam on Backpack because it thinks, oh, well, here's a $230 item, we're gonna add it into the median and get the median answer out of it. So you have all these 1 cent buys and then that $230 buy. So now this fabricator is worth 20 ref. So he was just going to every fabricator, and he was just buying all of them for 20 ref, just cause. It wasn't even like, ha, Merry Christmas, everyone. It wasn't even for like good intentions. It was just to prove a point that he is rich and that this economy is stupid. And I think at the end of it, he just deleted half of them except for the ones that had Team Shine, and then just gave them all away. That was it. He just gave them all away, or it was a she, I think. I can't remember. It's just been so long. But the point I'm trying to make is that, well, I mean, it's not even a point. It's just this, the moral of the story is there are some people in this game that are rich and some that are poor, and that's how it be sometimes. With all this price stories, it's kind of crazy just how fun this virtual economy is. It's so, the hat economy in TF2 is legitimately fun. Because, I mean, it, like any economy, it has its funny moments. It has these bizarre moments that just make you laugh and just go, what in the world? Anywhere between adjusting the pricing for a scrap item and making it go up 3 to 4 ref with the lollychop, or making classics worth 50 ref, which, by the way, I totally capitalized on. I had a strange classic that was going for 22 ref, and I can't remember who influenced its pricing, but the strange classic I think went up to nearly a key and a half, and I got a key and a half off an item that should not be worth that much whatsoever. So yeah, I think moral of the story is, kids, if you want to be a trader, start watching furry porn and start getting into IT. At least you'll make 6 figures that way. Alright, well, I think that's all I have to say. I might as well say the next videos in the pipeline are going to be a Don't Starve video, so for all 6 of my Don't Starve subscribers, you know, you have something to look forward to. I want to make a Payday 2 video because Payday 3 is coming out, and I always had this idea for a Payday 2 video, and I want to get that done before Payday 3 comes out. And outside of that, I think my next video will be also, you'll see Casual Chaos 14. You're gonna see Casual Chaos 15 as well. I've got a bunch of ideas written down. I have a notepad that pretty much, I think I have a notepad of all the videos that I'm going to do in order, going all the way down to Casual Chaos 37. So, you know, I'm well beyond prepared. I've got millions of ideas. I think a lot of TF2 tubers envy me right now, not even because I'm popular, or, well, I'm not because I'm popular, but rather because I actually have ideas, and I doubt most TF tubers out there have ideas. I don't know how long you could do the things you do without going amok. So anyways, that's the end of the video. I will see you guys in the next one.